Welcome to another monocyclist video. So I'm sure you've all heard of TextEdit, the text editor that comes built into macOS. You can type whatever you want, it has spell check, it has a normal looking modern cursor. And that's just fine. But what if I told you that there's actually another text editor built into macOS? And no, I'm not talking about the Notes app. So, as you may know, macOS is actually based on UNIX. It comes from the BSD branch, in case you're wondering. And that means that it has this application, Terminal. Now, I've done mine with the Kanto Gym Leaders. You can customize it in a lot of different ways, which will be a separate video. But for now, I'm just going to make a new window, and I'm going to full screen it. Okay, now we've gone back in time. Well, we haven't actually gone back in time, but this is how computers used to be a long time ago. And what we're going to type here is just the word nano, and press enter. This is a perfectly good text editor. I can type whatever I want, but if I type something that's not a word, it's not going to correct me. Not immediately and automatically. You know, there is Control T down in the corner, you can see, to spell. But I'm probably just going to go off on a limb and say that that is not a very up-to-date spell check, unless it uses the same system-wide one as everything else. Now I moved my camera so that you can see down in this corner where there's the most important commands, which are, exit and all this other stuff. So it's really useful, because there's a get help command. So Control G, and it brings this up, and then it tells you Control X to exit help. So this is a very old program, so it predates what we would think of as typical macOS controls. So let's write something. Okay, that didn't take very long. I'm going to go down a line. And obviously there's no automatic, formatting. So, if I type one dot and then stuff, it's not going to make an automatic, two dot. You have to actually type that. But regular text edit is also like that. So just keep that in mind. And then I can say nothing, whatever. Okay, and then let's say that that's the end of my file. Now there is a command down here, write out, but it's also going to ask you about that when you exit. So you can just do Command X, exit. It's going to say, do you want to save this? Yes. Okay. What do you want to save it as? Now I'm going to save it as on my desktop folder. We're going to do stuff.txt, and that is done. And indeed, if I go to my desktop folder, under Documents, we can find stuff.txt. Of course, it's going to open in TextEdit because that's my default text editor. Something, stuff, nothing. Okay, so that works. But that's not all. There is another, even more basic text editor. You might have heard of it, because it is notoriously difficult to understand. First of all, I'm going to go CD desktop for a little bit of sanity. It is Vim. It is a very complicated text editor to use. Let's open up that same stuff.txt. Something, stuff, nothing. Do I know how to use this? No, but I know how to quit. Q. But that's not even the end. Because the most difficult to use and least user-friendly text editor, possibly ever, but certainly on the Mac, is ed. Ed. Stuff dot text. That's it. It is a one-line editor. 32, what's that? Well, that's the size of the file. That's how many bytes the file is. Something, stuff, nothing on line 4 and 5. These all take like 2 keystroke commands. Comma, P, print out. Comma, N, number every line. So it's going to just take a very long time to do anything. So let's say that I wanted to add something after line 3. 3, append, enter. Then I want to add a 0th item on my list, which is make this video. And now it's still typing things. So a line with just a period ends the line. Now we can look at that, and we can see that I inserted some text into the middle of the document. If I wanted to add something to the end, it's just append without anything, and I can make a 3rd item on the list, and I can say make you subscribe. Once again, end it with a period, and then we can see that I accidentally typed some things, so it's going to have a bunch of garbage. That's okay, because we can do 8, delete. 9, that's going to be 8 again. 8, delete. And then we can list that out. And now we have a file that's 7 lines long. Okay, so now I'm going to write that out. Write, quit. And that is how you use the one line at a time editor, which is just called ed for editor. And those are the text editors that you might not have heard about in macOS. So thank you very much for watching, and have a nice day. Goodbye.